Hi guys, how are you? Hope you had a lovely day. Today I'll jump right into it. First, because I'm sitting outside and yes, it's getting cold. I should have done this earlier. But the first thing I'd like to talk about is peer pressure. Peer pressure. I know when you hear that word, first you think teenagers or youth, and then you think parties, drinking, smoking, and all of that. But that's not what I want to talk about today, or that's not what I want to relate that word with today. Peer pressure, as that word just simply says, it's pressure from our peers. That means even in your 30s, 40s, 50s, you will face pressure from your peers. And this pressure may look different in your 30s, in your 40s, in your 50s than it did when you were younger, but it's still pressure anyway, and it's undue pressure. And in today's world, where we look at everybody's lives just by switching on our phones and clicking onto an app and getting onto a social media platform, we get to see the lives of other people. And you may feel like you're lagging behind, or your life really is retrogressing. You're not achieving your goals, you're not where you want to be. Or where you had dreamed you would be at, say, age 35, and you're looking around and you're seeing this high achievers, or this like really people younger than you, or maybe your own age mates, having done things you would have wanted to have already done. And then you wallow in self-pity or low self-esteem, because we are also surrounded by a generation that constantly asks you, what do you do, as opposed to how are you doing. But we're living here, and that's the peer pressure we face. And to be honest, it gets to me sometimes. You look around and you're thinking, you know what, at 21, my dreams, the dreams that I had at 21, um that's not how my reality is looking like today. But life is still beautiful, and when you're faced by this pressure of how you should look like, or what you should be doing, or I was my mind went elsewhere, but just to face this pressure constantly of how your life should be looking like in general, it's undue pressure. Because like what I like talking about scripts, we do have an ultimate script of our lives that was written to us by our creator, and it's unique. My life will not look like my neighbor's life. My life will not look like my best friend's life. My life it will not even look like my sister's life. We may have grown up in the same house, but our lives will take different tangents, and it'll different directions, and it'll not look the same, and we should not expect it to look the same. And this pressure should just get off of us by us learning how to be content. That's the second thing I want to talk about: contentment. And contentment actually engages our mindfulness, where you live in the present and be grateful that, you know what, I may not be where I had dreamt of being when I was 21, but I'm still here today, and I'm grateful that I'm here today. And I know that 5 years from now, I will be closer to my goals. I will probably have also achieved some goals, and I'm grateful that I've been given that opportunity. And just be grateful, be content about your present status, and grateful. And being content is not equal to being complacent. It doesn't mean that now you stop having goals. Have the goals, have the discipline, have the commitment of saying, I want to achieve this. But be your own competitor. Look at yourself through the lens, like, be that person you're competing with. Don't look at your neighbor. Just ask yourself constantly, am I where I was 5 years ago? And if the answer is yes, then what are you doing, or what are you not doing, to be 2 steps closer to your goal than you are right now. That's what you should be working in and focusing on. And the third thing, which I say is forgiving other people, is to genuinely celebrate other people, genuinely celebrate them. And when you do learn how to be content and you strip yourself off peer pressure, you will learn how to genuinely celebrate others when they achieve their goals. Have a lovely, warm evening.